must succeed. Let's make sure that history never forgets the name. Enterprise. Guard out.
Our lives are different to anybody else's. That's the exciting thing. Nobody in the universe can do what we're doing.
Greenville, I am calling battle station. Anything can happen in the next half hour.
Yes, indeed, listen. Yes, indeed. Good evening, God. Good morning. I hope you're doing well. This is what they want, a bit of Saturday night Tiswas action. Who doesn't like a bit of Tiswas? I guess people who've never seen it. You know, they're probably not that enamored with it. Well, we are in weird times. Well, firstly, I'm in a weird time right now because for me, Sabbath ended about 35 minutes ago, right? So after Sabbath ends, I'm offline for Sabbath if you're new to the channel. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, baby. That'd be fan-dabby double dozy. We would like that a lot. When I say we, me. Right, you'd like it too. Okay, let's be fair. Oh, I'm frozen. That's weird. Oh, yeah, I'm back again. You would like it too, you know, but I would like it a lot, right? Just super duper amounts. Anyway, I digress. So Sabbath is like, we're in summertime mode now, right? In the winter, Sabbath ends at like 5:30, 6, something like that, and so you can't really do anything on Friday. So anyway, because Sabbath comes in like 7:30 now, I'm able to do a Friday stream, like a Friday afternoon, like a 1 o'clock, about, what was I do? 3 o'clock, 1 hour drive kind of show, and then I'm going to do this one tonight. Now tonight, I have no idea how long I'm going to go, but normally I think Dan's doing his show, which I'm normally on, at 8 p.m. So I'm probably going to not do more than an hour, but like he's not doing that this week. He's off, putting his feet up. We're all a bit shagged out. We're all a bit shagged out after 8 weeks of Doctor Who, right? We're all a bit exhausted from it, right? But is it freezing for you, or is it just freezing for me? I mean, not when I say freezing, I'm not cold. I mean, is it? No, it's not a computer issue. It's some kind of internet lag, I think. Anyway, another annoying thing I worked out. Okay, when I went to set up the stream, I normally set up for Rumble, YouTube, and Twitter, right? It goes through X, whatever. It goes through all three. And for some reason, Rumble was there. I said, you know what? I'll set it up on Facebook. Why not? Why not set it up on Facebook? And I had the same trouble yesterday. When it's live on Facebook, there's no way of making it not restricted just for me, that only I can see it. When it's finished, I can make it like public. But like, man, it really sucks, right? It really genuinely sucks. Anyway, so yeah, we're in a new summertime mode. So I think this is where I'm going to be for next few months. That would be my guess. I've just cut. We just understand. I haven't really looked at the news as yet, so I had a little glance. There's apparently rumors about Doctor Who, which I don't know anything about, but I'm going to read about. They're in the Sun, so they're in the Sun. I should have heard about them last week. Right, I normally hear about things before they make it to and the Mirror and the Sun. So we'll see what those rumors are. My feeling is Doctor Who is on hiatus, and I hate to tell you, I think that's kind of a good thing. I think of all the options we're in right now, I think that's quite a good thing. Genuinely, it's look, it's been a shit show for 8 years, and getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. I think unless there's a new season commission, as they say, or a special commission, which they're not saying there is, I think it's done. I don't see it. I don't see it being worth the money for the amount of views it gets. I mean, we're not talking about the bullshit they tell us in the official catch-up ratings, right? Because they're lying. Okay, it's called lying because nobody wants to watch this shit. Because people are done with woke queer shit. I tell you, that doesn't mean they hate gay people. No, gay people, you're fine. Nobody has a problem with you being, as you know. Nobody has a problem with you being gay. And if they do, they're a fucking weirdo. And I'm a religious fundamentalist, right, saying that, like a Bible thumper. Yeah, look, it's true that the Old Testament is not overly LGBTQIA, or let's just say LGB, right, friendly. right? I mean, that's a very fair criticism on Judeo-Christian religions. I wouldn't argue with that at all. But also, it's not very up on you being a total dick, right, and being a hypocrite, right? And the idea that you're being religious and you're abusing gay people because you're religious is insanity, right? It's just absolutely detached from all forms of reality. And frankly, I had no problem with the central argument of same-sex marriage, which is, well, should we get the same rights as straight couples? And yes, yes, you should, right? I had no right other than calling it marriage, because I thought, that's the whole thing. Anyway. But how did I get there? I don't know. Oh, that's very bizarre. Okay, it's very, very bizarre. I'm not sure what the segue is, but it just came to my mind. It was just Sabbath, so we were offline. My Sabbath reading, by the way, was actually particularly good. I pulled out. This is the final of the Alan Moore Swamp Things, right? Didn't even actually just follow through it. Didn't even look at it. Something I always enjoy. By the way, if you ever want to try and get into comic books and check them out, Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips. These two people just deliver the goods, right? Over and over again, they just deliver the goods. And they do, I think they do a pretty darn good job. So this is a graphic novel called The Fade Out, set in the 1930s, I think. Hang on, so 1930s Hollywood. And it's very good, right? It's very, very good. I didn't read that either, right? I was too busy doing other. This is like the other thing I didn't read. I like to have a selection with me, right? Doctor of the 70s. Now I bought this in the 80s when it came. They came out in the 80s or the 90s. Things came out in the 90s. Yeah, this must be nice. There was a fan in 94. There was a fanzine called The Frame where David Howe, Mark Stammers, and Stephen James Walker they did. It was beautiful. It was an absolutely beautiful. It was one of those professional fanzines, just gorgeous, right? Absolutely. So then they started doing the large, the 60s, 70s, and 80s, and they've done a bunch of other books together. They're very, very good. Didn't read any of that, right? That wasn't that. So what was I reading? Well, I started off with this Doctor Who magazine, and I kind of got transfixed, right? This is from what year? Capaldi was the Doctor, so this would be, I'm looking at, is it 2000? No, it must be after 2009. 2015, right? So read this one, skimmed through it. Man, the quality was so much better than what we get today. Oh my God, right? All the articles are interesting, right? I'm up for all of this stuff. It's just well done with care by people who aren't morons. And don't get me wrong, I like Jason Quinn. I think he's a kind of a cool guy. I think he's a weird, interesting guy. I would like to hang out. I'd certainly like to have a beer or two with him. He really strikes me as a very interesting person. And a kind of a cool person as well. He was the current editor of Doctor Who magazine. But today it's just crap. It's just pap. But what they're going to do moving forward is the real question. Like, are they going to have a Billie Piper is the Doctor? I mean, when the BBC refused to say she was on the in the credits, are they going to have a Billie Piper is the Doctor as the next cover? I don't know. I already know because I don't think she is. Right? I don't think there's anything. There's plans, ideas, but I don't think anything's happening. Anyway, and there's this one I also read. Exit, which was the month beforehand. So this is April 2015. Only 10 years ago. Boy, what a different. Like this is just before the Age of Woke, right? Just before it really the culture war came crashing down on all of us. And I was reading it, and there's a major article is about them, Big Finish doing an adaptation of Russell Davies' Damaged Goods. And there's so much in there that I found absolutely fascinating, right? Obviously Russell Davies has changed his mind on a great many things here. For example, we have this quote over here. When I was bringing Doctor Who back in 2005, obviously, it was me who objected to the book's gay content and drugs content. It would have been damaging. It still is, mate. It still is. And that's the bottom line. It still is damaging. Oh, it's so sad. You see, why do people have trouble saying, I think Doctor Who's in hiatus. I think it's dumb. Because we had such a great time. Oh, it was such a great ride. Right up until Jodie. Right? And most people wouldn't stick with something 8 years after it will jump the shark and jump the shark and jump the shark and jump the shark and jump the shark again. But we do because we love it. But that's the thing that I think has been really missing from Doctor Who for these past 8 years. It's a love of Doctor Who. And there was that love of Doctor Who went through the entire production from 2005 onwards. Right through the compiler. Here, check this out, for example. Hang on. Video file. Again, we went from this to Jodie Whittaker to this to Jodie Whittaker to Ncuti Gatwa, right? Ncuti Gatwa, whatever his name is. It's tragic, right? It's tragic.
When Doctor Who came back in 2005, nobody knew that it would work.
But so again, as we're entering a hiatus period, I think it's worth talking about all that time. I had a great time during the Wilderness years, right? I like the BBV videos, the direct-to-video stuff. I like the new adventures. I like Big Finish came along eventually. I liked all of it, right? But I did like the progressive, but nobody knew if it was going to work. And again, these are the memories that he's espousing, right? Are the memories that will eventually bring Doctor Who back, right? People like loving Doctor Who from, back in the day.
As soon as the
back 2005
credits rolled and that theme music began, there was hairs on the back of the neck standing up and excitement.
And the truth is, there was. Incredibly, there was, right? We were all so excited. And so, if Doctor Who does come back again, I think there's a good chance it will, and it comes back good. I think there's a good chance. I think it's got a strong chance of that happening. Strong chance of not happening, but a strong chance of that happening. We're going to see a whole new generation elated in the same way.
You can go through the episode and you start getting all of these firsts, which are really, really exciting. There's the first glimpse of the TARDIS. And there it is.
And the first glimpse of the interior of the TARDIS, I thought was fantastic. Wait, you didn't sit till Rose went into it, did you? Let me think. Hang on. And then she cries, which I thought that was such great storytelling. So authentic, right? I just found it so incredibly authentic. Hang on, where is that? Let me find Rose. I'm pretty sure that's the first time you saw the interior of the TARDIS. I mean, you saw it on the trailers, I guess. Yeah, you definitely saw it on the trailers. Did you? I can't remember. I know. Here, let's have a quick look at Rose. The first glimpse at the TARDIS. Great opening. Trouble is, we've seen all these locations so many bloody times before. Oh man, look how young Noel Clarke was, and Billy Piper. They were great. Noel Clarke was great in this role. I really enjoyed this episode. Yeah, and again, the flirting between everything was so pitch perfect between Jackie Tyler and the Doctor. Good action scene, but I remember aching to see inside the TARDIS. This speech didn't really work, right? I wish it would. Don't read my emails. I love that bit. Meet Clive. Right, it was okay. So we had Alton Mickey, being eaten by the wheelie bin. Again, it was brilliant. No wonder we all fell in love with it. Right, it was. And I remember Russell Davis said the reason they did that is because on Monday was going to be wheelie bin day, and little kids could pretend this is what the same sort of thing. Bringing Doctor Who into the mundane real life, which is so important. I wonder why they cut to a stunt double. And I like the book. I'm sorry. I think it worked there. I didn't think it worked in Return of the Jedi with Boba Fett. Yeah, I like Alton Mickey. Man, this is good. Right? And then you get speed up into the incredible... Yeah. And she goes in the TARDIS first, and it's the first time you really experience TARDIS. Again, you get that you're moving through it with the companion, right? I mean, no wonder Billie Piper was so beloved. I mean, this was such a great performance she put in, and she's done a lot more besides since then. I think it's one of the most authentic reactions to the TARDIS. Yeah, you want to go in there, darling. Yeah, okay, fine. She blocked it out.
It's gonna follow us.
That was, again, a brilliant piece of direction, right? And I just want to catch a reaction because I think it's beautiful.
The assembled hordes of Genghis Khan can get through that door, and believe me, they've tried. Now, shut up a minute.
I mean, it's, again, this is it's awe-inspiring, which is they just assumed you would be awe-inspired by Shooter's completely shitty TARDIS. Which, if you ever see Doctor Who again, is still going to be that bloody TARDIS.
You see, the arm is too simple for the head.
Awesome. Anyway, let's see what...
Thank goodness, a blue police box, just like you remember. The Autons, to use classic monsters, which remain terrifying, was an absolutely brilliant idea. And then suddenly we were with...
And you know, they were the perfect monsters for like a launch of a show.
Rose, Billie Piper, who brought something absolutely new to Doctor Who.
Okay, Billie Piper, Rose having a boyfriend and a mum and a family is brilliant, right? Absolutely brilliant. I mean, again, I kind of feel things back in my head about classic Doctor Who but none of that's real. That's my headcanon, right? Especially Perry's family situation. That made no sense whatsoever, right? I had no idea what was going with it. This is so authentic.
But of course, the most dazzling thing is the Doctor, who appears.
Yeah, certainly not Ncuti Gatwa.
In the person of Christopher Eccleston. And when he does this speech about the turn of the earth.
Yeah, that didn't really work for me. I understand. I can see actors enjoying that.
And being able to feel it, I thought, yeah, this guy is Doctor Who.
Honestly, it only really worked for me by The Ungrateful Dead. No, it's not Ungrateful. What's it called again? What's that episode called? The Unquiet Dead? I've got to look it up. I go here, Doctor Who. Ninth Doctor. Opening up, season 1. Where is this coming? It's coming, she cried. Yeah, Unquiet Dead, which was the 3rd week, where I was like, Victoriana, right? And then we were into Aliens of London and World War III, and it felt like, yeah, this is Doctor Who, just a completely modern, take it, which Doctor Who should always be. Doctor Who needs to be modern, right? It's just a shame that modernity the last 8 years has been regressive. He was a great Doctor. He really was. It was just such a great Doctor, Capaldi. Here, another instance of him being a great Doctor. Check this out. Like somebody who understands the role. Okay, look, I think Capaldi's Doctor was always best when interacting with kids. This is lovely.
Well, thank goodness you're all here. And thank goodness this is...
Can you imagine? You just turn up at the set, not set tour, it's the Doctor experience, and Capaldi enjoying being the Doctor and understands being the Doctor. This is so tragic. Right? This is why it's tragic we're probably in hiatus, right? It really is tragic. Oh, look, every fan who was a fan of the classic, who went through the wilderness, feels like, I can't believe it came back, and it's been so we couldn't believe how great it was. It was the only performance where they literally had micro expressions from other Doctors all the way through it. If you look at his second season opener, the Dalek. But again, this is just a love of Doctor Who seeping through it, right? Just joy at being able to have this wonderful thing and bring it back for a whole new generation and have it be fantastic, right? And make people love it the same way that we loved it. That's the joy of it. And that's what's been missing over the last 8 years. The last 8 years has been defined by narcissism of the star and the production. And again, you need to understand and love Doctor Who to be able to inhabit this role, which he really is. I mean, like, I'm watching it in front of me. I've told this story so many times. When I was young, like 6, 7, 8, somewhere around there, Tom Baker did a signing at a local children's bookstore, Fagan's. And I remember getting to the front of the line, and he's like beaming at me in full costume, and he said, hello. You know, takes his hat off. He puts it on me. It made me into the fucked up weirdo I am now. Oh, Tom, we love you. As the other thing I love about with kids, and even in one of his worst episodes, which was Return of Dr. Mysterio, and I really wanted to love that, just badly directed. The stuff where he's talking to the kid who will grow up to be the superhero, it's just beautiful, right? That bit is just absolutely beautiful. He was going to say Susan, although I might have seen this before. I didn't see this before recently. I can't remember watching it, but I think he's going to say Susan.
My granddaughter. My granddaughter was very special, and I had to say.
So again, as an aside, while the season was running, I was reading season what was it, 14, right? Which I actually wrote a chapter in, which is insanely good, if I may say so, right? But the way it ends up, firstly, Alex, who wrote that, has been telling me for a while that a lot of his ideas have just come out in a very poor way in the recent series, like Susan Returns, the Rani Returns, right? But in his book, it's all consistent and makes sense and tells a story, right? But so essentially, in the end of the book, the Doctor sacrifices himself to close up these rifts in reality or whatever, right? And leaves his TARDIS behind. And Susan had already come back by then, and he gives his TARDIS to Susan. And so the universe needs a Doctor, right? And I just think that would be a great place to start a new series. And it would have done something. It would have given you a female Doctor that the BBC so desperately wanted, right? Have a crotchety old Hartnell-esque Susan, right? Play and with a grandson. Right, grandmother, right? And look, honestly, I think Carol Ann Ford, she's cracking on a bit. She, was never like such a huge actress, so she's good. But like, she regenerates at the end into Gillian Anderson.
Bye to her.
Again, that's why this recent 8 years have been so painful, because we don't lose the thrill of seeing the TARDIS or seeing Daleks, but like, when they're used as tokens for propaganda, it's awful. To come. Would have been, well, Sylvester McCoy was the Doctor. I think it was just before season 25. Right, because that Panopticon, somebody spoiled me that Davros is the Emperor Dalek, or the Emperor Dalek is Davros. I was like, that's what it does. And it was fantastic, right? But this where he and Sophie did this panel, they had the TARDIS on stage. And before he came out, smoke started billowing out of the TARDIS, right? Until eventually he came out and was doing a bit of nonsense with a doodad or something. I can't remember what. Like just acting. And it was incredible. It really was. It was mind-blowing, right? And again, compared to the Doctor that just thankfully... I believe bought himself out of his contract so he can go and be a Hollywood star. Just as Hollywood is absolutely ending, right? Hollywood is over. After a long day doctoring, I love to hit my G-spot. Really, Shooty? Really? This is just, honestly, this is, this is why you were wrong for the role, Shooty. right? This is why you're 100% wrong for the role. Right, there's a book being adapted, which is going to be his new project. Nazi True Mystery Stories: The Treacherous Glory Hole. Nancy, darling, Nancy. I don't think they're German spies behind that. Is all I'm saying. Is all I'm saying, honey. Okay, I don't think they're German spies. Don't put that in your mouth. Whatever happens. Anyway, let's look at one more of these clips. They're gorgeous. I mean, they are really genuinely gorgeous. Doctor Who's what's this? The 51st birthday, 52nd. Yep. What we lost, right? What we left behind. Oh man, it's so sad. It really is so sad. Anyway, let's get to the chat. One second, okay, over here. Where's my placeholder? Doink. It's gonna make me download. It's on this. It'll take me a minute to open up because it's again cloud-based technology. Oh, there it came up very quickly. I stand corrected. There you go. Now I can't remember who asked me to do a Sydney Sweeney as a black cat. I don't recall. Right. But boy, did that work. Sydney Sweeney is great in everything. But yeah, she works as a black cat. That took quite some time to AI out, right? But kind of did the trick. Just like she's doing to me. She's doing the trick right there. Well done, Sydney, baby. Well done, Sydney. Anyway, where we are. Let's get to the chat. Can I turn the chat on? No, it never really works when I do this. I'll give it a go anyway. Where are we up to? Odie's here. Oh, Eki, hello. They're all. We got the trailer for the first Jodie Big Finish release. Oy vey. Darren M is here. You doing, Darren M? Thank you for joining us. Who else we got? We got Archer Collin. Until recently, the stream will be ending about now. Yeah, I guess. I do. Yeah. It's was it Sabbath, baby? What can I do? Weird thing about Sabbath this week. And then my son was here, and my older son and his wife, and they're freakishly similar to me and my wife, right? Okay, so I he likes a naughty joke every now and again, much like me. He's very similar. We had we had a couple of girls come over while I was sleeping, as it happened, who were the daughters of a friend of my wife's when she was in religious seminary, right, 20 years ago. It happens. They come to Israel. They came over, and they were looking at their wedding pictures because her mother was there. And she saw me and said, "Oh my God, you look just like you." You said to my son, "She looks just like me," except I make it look good, obviously. But it's what was I going to say? It was really good. So anyway, yeah, her English is very good, my daughter-in-law, but not fantastic. So he has to translate for her sometimes, and he translates back, back to us every now and again. So my wife commented. I said a joke she hadn't heard before. I'm like, that's an old joke. So I said it to my son in front of his wife. Said, yeah, we're talking about my father, right? Talking about a line of paternal knowledge. Before I got married, my father gave me marital advice about how to pleasure a woman, right? And it's a very important thing. By the way, any youngsters out there wants to know how to be a good lover, I'm going to tell you it's really easily. Make sure your partner finishes before you start, right? Do not penetrate until she's done, right? At least the first time. Second time is even a bit better. But anyway, that would be my advice. Now, how that works if you're gay, I don't know. I only know about sex drives of men and women. Okay, I don't know how sex drives of same sex, works out. Anyway, so my pet parental advice my father told me before marriage said, about how to pleasure a woman. He said, how to keep one's wife screaming after she achieves orgasm. Right? How do you do that? You wipe your penis on her curtains. Right? So my wife just rolled. So that's a new joke, but she rolled her eyes like. So then I sent it over to my son when his wife was there. And he had the exact laugh my father would have. Like a Sid James laugh. That's exactly the laugh my dad would have. So it's really bizarre. And then he translates it for his wife. And she has the exact reaction that my wife did, like rolled her eyes. Oh, let's see her roll her eyes next time I clean my dick on her curtains. Beanie Rich is there, Beanie Rich. Thank you for joining us. Where are we up to? Soderman says, yes, it was stunning and brave to take over Soda's account. Who's Soda? Soda's account to lay out, he's having a day off. Who's Soda? I don't know. A day off. Is it Soda? Off as it's his birthday. Oh, Ecky Thump. I don't know what's going on there. So, Soda Engine, you got to sort me out. I don't take over whose account? Okay, if I don't understand it, I do run into confusion. I don't think I ever watched Tiswas. What? Archer Connor, you've never watched Tiswas? Hang on. Let's see if I get the best of Tiswas. Best of Tiswas. It was, imagine Swap Shop, but just completely anarchic, right? Just like incredible. Okay, if Swap Shop was the Beano, then Tiswas was 2000 AD, right? It is very subversive. God bless it. Here, I'm gonna pull up some clips of the best of Tiswas. Really? So Tiswas, okay, fine. Tiswas, if you don't know, if you're not from England, not from the 80s, was a Saturday morning kid show. And in England, you used to have like these 3-hour shows. It started with Swap Shop with Noel Edmonds, who you might remember from Dimensions in Time. And that was the BBC version. It got taken over by Saturday Superstore with I can't remember, some other guy. And then the commercial channel, we only had 2 channels. It was changed by region, and Tiswas was one of these regions kid show, and they would like put kids in cages and throw buckets of water and gloop over them, and they loved every second of it. Here, 1 second. Some of the funniest moments from Tiswas. Let's see what happens. I'm intrigued here. ATV. What was ATV?
Good morning. Jack and Jill.
Okay, so this guy on Sunday morning afternoons, he used to do a show called Crime Stoppers, I think, or something like that, where he would report crimes and then he would ask for help from the audience if they had any information.
Went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. Now, we would like to find witnesses to this famous accident. So if you were on the hill, up the hill, or over the hill at the time, get in touch with us straight away. Little Bo Peep.
I want to see people get, like, buckets of goop thrown at them. Oh, my God. Lenny Henry. Again, this is why I do not buy that England is a racist country, right? Lenny Henry did a famous impersonation of David Bellamy, and it was fantastic. And generally, nobody noticed if he was black. It wasn't a big deal. Oh, this is his other character. He would have bread and condensed milk sandwiches.
I'm making the bread and condensed milk sandwich. This is what it's all about. This is the houty-couty. This is the soul food. I'm really going to enjoy this. Oh, that darling, I think you'll love it. Oh, that's really nice. I'm going to slap the old bread on and give it plenty of stick. But never mind that rubbish. Here's C.T.
Michael Palin just did that.
You're almost certainly one of, I think I can say probably the most respected gardening authorities in Britain. I think I can say that. Can I? I'd like to if I could. It would please me enormously to be able to say that.
Have a go. Have a go and say it. Say it.
Is that Michael Palin? I think it's Michael Palin. I don't think buckets of water will be thrown over kids yet. Anyway, let's see if there's anything else before I finish it. This is Tiswas.
Now,
Starting off with my average laugh.
Man, that's when you could wear rainbows and it wasn't a problem. And all these were like really weird adult comedians from like working men's clubs. Bernard Manley, he always got so much stick. He was a real genius. Man, he knew how to tell a joke. If they make him laugh, I think they get gunked. What was that? Hang on. No, there's no dunk.
Ông chàng bàn ngoài nhà đua đã bó tăng trong bên ở đồ vô dòng anh đồ bên đó hỏi nhà trong.
Oh, do you remember when we could make fun of other cultures and it didn't mean we hated them? Oh, Tiswas was good times, baby. Tiswas was good times. Where are we up to? What do you think? Black Cat? Yes. It's worth talking about. Stephen Braddock is there too. I can't believe I'm only up 3 minutes into the chat. Bloody hell! There we go. I can't say Sally's having a knees up with her for his birthday. I don't know whose birthday it is, but I'm glad. I hope you enjoy your knees up. Oh man, Friday before my stream, I had an absolute disaster. Right, I went. It was a nightmare. Genuinely a nightmare. I went to take the garbage out. I saw like Friday you're making Sabbath, right? So there's lots of food. And I saw that my wife had taken the cat to get her stitches out. Long story. Anyway, what was I going to say? And I was busy doing other things. So I went to take the garbage out and it was so full. I was like, is this bag going to break? I think I'm going to go for it. We're just going to... So I got it, and I got just outside the front door. I've got to go down some steps to get to the garbage can. And boom! The top completely breaks off. Like, disgusting garbage everywhere. Like with guacamole in there. Or nothing intense. So I'm like... So now I'm like trying to shovel it into another garbage bag and see if I can pick up. My hands are all greasy and slimy. From guacamole, mainly. So I'm trying to pick up the bag and stuff it into a new one. It was a nightmare. Oh, and my leg's been like really aching like hell since I had that wrestling match. I wonder what the RTD Demolisher are getting from the casual sci-fi fan tonight. Yeah, no, we're gonna look at that. Look, this was a disaster. There's no other way of describing it. This was an absolute disaster. There's no way of spinning it. It didn't work out well at all. This was it came across exactly what it was, a Hail Mary. Where we're up to, fine. Stephen Braddock, I'm pretty sure. Did I just hello you? I think I did. Benny Rich says, I think they're hiatusing until the Babel contract expires in 2027. 2029! 2029 is when it expires, not 2027. Right, 2027 is the earliest it can come back. I think. Look, the first revival would have worked if they had a longer commitment. The McGann movie, right? But look, they're not going to announce it cancelled. Just like in '89, it wasn't announced cancelled. They were saying, "Oh, we're moving into independent production." Then after a year or so, saying that, they say, "Look, we're looking for the right people for Doctor Who." So it comes back reinvigorated, not as a. They said that's 30 years ago. I still remember it verbatim. Not as a battle-weary Time Lord in the backwaters of the audience appreciation or something like that. Peter Rich says, "Hey, that's no choice about me being a Jewish rabbi either." You know, this is why it's good for us all to talk to each other. Now I know the truth about Middle East. Actually, well, you're doing man, that was bullshit last week. Oh my God, Piers Morgan really pissed me off. Right, that was bullshit. It's like, so I was talking to my son about it. Says, you know, they set up these new aid distribution centers. Yes, that was my job for the last month. I was building them. right? And it's a disaster for Hamas to not be able to control the food. It's genuinely a disaster for them. They're over it when that happens. That's an existential threat, which is why they shot a bunch of people going there. And they blamed the IDF, and then the whole world went, oh yeah, 100%, yeah, it's the Jews. Blame the Jews. Really? Really? Asking it like, what? How is it to our advantage for that to happen? HaGeffen says, I'm getting generally concerned by the heavy-handed woke messaging may, by putting normal people off, be actually doing the opposite of what they want. It's exactly doing that. Is it like, fortunately, people have memories of enjoying Doctor Who, right? People still enjoy 2005 to, I mean, I like Capaldi, but like most people love 2005 to Matt Smith, right? People genuinely adored that and they have memories of liking it. And that's why it will come back. You need a controller at the BBC who understands it, recognizes it, and wants it back. But we'll talk about that in a second. How the easiest and quickest way to get Doctor Who back on the screens for them right now, right? Which nobody's going to, or maybe they will actually. We'll find out. I will talk about the tune. Where are we up to? Jeff's report says, if reports say David Tennant is coming back with Piper, oh God, it's going to be a terrible idea. I know, I haven't read the reports yet. We're going to look at that first. All right. After Noel's stream last night, said PD Rich, Charlotte and I are under the impression that the show was being scrapbook filmed. Thus, why the show cost so much more to so much money, and why Shooty and Millie live. What's scrapbook film? Okay, I'm going to look up scrapbook film. What does scrapbook filmed mean? Scrapbooking is a method of scrapbook filming. Is it they just film like the way they do Star Wars? They just film a bunch of stuff and then try and fit it all together? I can hear that. I mean, that's certainly the Disney method, isn't it? And like, although, you know, who was it? Somebody made the point on Downstream on Thursday that, you know, they knew it was ending and they knew they weren't picking up the Susan stuff. Why not cut Susan out of her nonsensical appearance in the Eurovision one, right? I don't know. If the Night of the Winner's Facebook will get me to buy it, blimey, that's not doing good then, is it? Rossi David Ishtab is good. Well, frankly, yes. Right? Michael Hallett is here. Been a hilarious day winding up the YouTubers that defended this crap. Well, I don't poke people. I don't make them look crazy. We got the abuse. Just thought it was fair. I hear what you're saying, Michael. I can't disagree with you. Right? Yeah, it's. I can't disagree with you, right? Let's see what content goes forward. Classic Who by chance. Well, I think it's the only their only option. Well, there is one other option, but it depends if they're going to take it. Where are we up to? James is here. James says they made it just another TV show. They did that when you had the fugitive Doctor with a big gun in the Jodie era, right? That's exactly what they did. Beautiful lead actors, action-packed opening credits, romance, love play. I don't think it was. That's painting a picture much better than it was. Beautiful lead actors, yeah. Action-packed opening credits. Oh, that's fair, I guess. But it's just the trouble was the romance and love play. The trouble was it was just too dumb. It was written to be stupid. It was written for stupid people, right? Peter, it says both sides of fandom are attacking it now. It is universally hated, right? It's gone very, very, very bad, right? Turn 5 is like SNL's ambiguously gay duo. No one seemed to see it except the lead villain. There was no live action one with John Hamm. Let's see if we can find that. Ambiguously gay duo live action. Look at that! Bloody hell, it came right up. So the ambiguously gay duo was a superhero cartoon they had in Saturday Night Live when it was often quite good. Here it comes. Oh, won't download. Never mind. We'll try that again. No, that doesn't work. Never mind. On with the chat. We've got too much to get to. Yeah, I get this denial they're in that it was super gay, and also the fandom, right? I was saying super gay. Well, what do you mean by that? I mean it's super fucking gay. What do you fucking mean? So, what does super gay mean? It means it's super fucking gay. Oh, it's not fucking rocket science. Did you like the mafia? Did you know that the mafia like to make big donations to local churches and charities? Some biker gangs. They got a good image. That's what New Who was doing, being extremely leftist. I hear it. Also, listen, I do know somebody who was a gambler, who was being threatened by his bookie by not paying, and the bookie had a big ash cross on his forehead at the time. Right? So yeah. Actually, the mafia does actually support. They support, I would say, traditional values and churches, right? They were being stealthy. They worked their way nanometer by nanometer to the opening. I don't think that's what happened, right? I think Russell Davies was sane and talented and excited to work on Doctor Who. And I think in the last 10 years, last 15 years, like so many people, there's this woke mind virus that makes you into an insane, blithering imbecile. Like who actually believes that because you say, no, I don't believe that women have penises, you want to throw gay people into a concentration camp. No, we don't. And I have no problem with people who think they're men and have women who think they're penises, right? I like do what you, but just stop making this your like raison d'etre, right? So I think there was something that really twisted and broke him. I think probably the death of his husband. And then he just got sucked into this like insanity, right? Absolute insanity. What do you think about the TARS reveal in The Snowman where Matt Smith and Clara, that interior reveal was fantastic? Yes, but I hated it being on top of a cloud, right? That's one of my favorite TARDISes. Okay, my favorite TARDIS is hands down McGann. Totally my favorite TARDIS. Then probably Capaldi, then probably Matt Smith on the same model. Then season 14. Then I think the original one, maybe. Yeah, the original one. Then probably Eccleston and Tennant. Then the nostalgia brings me to the Peter Davison's Colin Bates and Les McCoy. Then I think, yeah, the Tom Baker one before they switched over to the new console, and then the washing up liquid, the washing up basin one, and any others just fit in. Okay, I think it's pretty good. Wasn't ever trying to be a TV show. But yeah, I really hated it being on a cloud, right? I hated it being on a cloud. Such a thing about it, was told to leave. He was such a great. Not only was he told to leave, he was told to leave about, my guess is about a third the way through his run, right? He should have been 5-6 years. Mr. Matt is here. How you doing, Mr. Matt? Are you working on your parent? I still haven't read it yet. I'm sorry. I feel so bad. Please keep nudging me in the chat because I just got to remember to do it. They should turn Star Trek into a 70s daytime soap opera, so many fans wouldn't know the difference. And that, well, as long as you add all the gay stuff into it. No, Star Trek is done as well, I think. Right? I think was it Skydance is looking into options to end the contract with its Secret Hideout, right? Fine, where are we up to? Rob is here. How you doing, Rob? Thanks for joining. Commander was effing wasted, and it's so sad. He should still be the Doctor. I think it'll be too long, right? At this point, it'll be 11 years. I think it'll be way too long for him to be the Doctor. I think, okay, the tragedy is that the first season was his first few days of being the Doctor. His second season was established as being his Doctor, and his third season was the Twilight years. He should have had another, 2-3 years minimally between his second and final season, right? Minimally. And it's tragic that he wasn't. Tennant is never going to be in this position. Yeah, because same with Mark Hamill, right? Let's say I was given control of all media. I would love to revive Star Wars, but you can't do it with Mark Hamill now, right? He's made himself toxic. The way to revive Star Wars is to recast Han, Luke, and Leia and set stuff post 20 years post Jedi or 15 years post Jedi, right? Have them be in their 50s. But recast them. That's it's okay. It's time. Unless you want to get, you can do the Luke Skywalker in his prime. Maybe that'd actually be quite good. Keep Luke Skywalker in his prime. Have Sebastian Stan play him, and have older somebody playing Han and Leia who are slightly older. Give them the idea that Luke is aging very, very slowly now. That he's a Jedi Master. Oh, I said, what's this message just come in? Anything important? There we go. But yeah. Listen, he's same with David Tennant and Mark Hamill have destroyed their brands, absolutely burnt them to the ground with their absolute stupidity. Right? Has it occurred to the Mousy fans that everyone on the show is gorgeous and extroverted? No, that's just normal for them, I guess. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't think many things occur to them. Fine. Whizzing through the chat. Didn't we see her in at least one multi-doctor? Yeah, no, she was in a bunch of multi-doctor stories, wasn't she? I think, yes. Well, she was in the 50th, which was freaking awesome. This sure does show signs of a lot of aliens with middle-aged men's torsos. Just saying. I don't know what we're talking about with them, but okay. It's Peter's wedding ring, Rabbi. What's Peter's wedding ring? I don't know. I must have pointed out some ring-like thing. I have no idea. Shooting rise in Hollywood. Jessica turns into Detroit 2.0. Yeah. Hollywood is over. Over. Let me do a second. Google VO3. Does it have name on Doctor Who? I wonder if anybody started to experiment with Doctor Who with it. No. Here, so let's say sci-fi. Sci-fi. Okay, so this was made with Google VO3 and no actors whatsoever. Won't download either. That's annoying. Oh, wait here. Here it comes. This is a low res one. I doubt we're going to watch the whole thing. It's a full movie, isn't it?
Another job, another few years in hypersleep. It is a deep sleep, though.
Let's see if we can get up to them actually talking. But again, all this is done.
Where'd you take us this time? Uncharted space.
Now, this isn't very good because it's not very good.
Job again.
But as soon as people with talent start using this and using it, people who know how to tell stories, it's over. I would really love to see them use that technology to do a third season of Raised by Wolves, which I love that. Oh, so gutted they entered that show. What we don't find is a free on Shout Factory. Oh, that is a great movie. Big, strong recommend. Deep Space Nine documentary. Go check it out now if you haven't seen it, right? Soon he does realize he's a role model for children's family show. No, never heard Tom Baker say things like that. What, would you fancy a handy? Can I put my finger up your ass? No, Tom Baker wasn't famous for not saying that in public, right? Peter Kamadi had class and guarded the role. Shooty does not and did not. That's true. He just guarded himself, right? Yeah, it's just narcissism, right? The entire few years has been narcissism. Chris Redford says, Mike Reid! I guess you're just starting from me. This is what they want. I grew up watching it. Tiswas, says Stephen Bragger. It was chaos. Bucket of water song. Fat and Flan Flinger. Oh, Spit the Dog. I love Spit the Dog. Sally James. The second you ask them out, they'll cry misogyny, probably. Archie Collins says, Tzvi Lebetkin, as I was saying, somebody from another stream, I'm old enough to remember when Thunderbirds wasn't a repeat. Blimey, I'm not that old. Please 5. Thank you, Chris Redford. That was what it was. Please 5. And he had the Crime Stoppers hotline, right? Michael Bailey was Mr. Grumbly, apparently. There you go. Fine. I'm nearly caught up with the chat. Anyone who was talking to me or anyone new, but it's Archie Collins says, we were talking about Doctor Who on the Father Miller stream last night. Oh, I got to listen to that. Man, I got to listen to that. Morbidly obese Morgan pisses everyone. He's slower at picking up things than my old man. Apparently so. But yeah. What happened to well done, kind of for kicking out Greco? Oh, they got rid of her. Thank God for that. Dr. Alex is here. Dr. Alex, it's hardly a stream goes by. Well, I don't highly recommend. I was talking about this again. Season 14. Oh man, what can we again? Can I just feed this into AI? Take it AI, make it real. Suck it in late. No, not you, Shooty. Don't you suck anything. Okay, you suck too much. You suck too much and you suck too hard. Like I said, I would have put money at 14 15 rejoining. Just wanted to say, oh, I've never entered the band before. Well, they wouldn't allow to that. They will say, oh no, I'm entering a man again. And it's, as always, it's fantastic. Don't try and be straight, kids. I mean, that's pretty what they would say at the time. Anything can be Ryan. Just make a soap opera set amongst robots or whatever and have intense discussions about the feelings and romances on social. So keep the title of the old movie. That's what they do a lot on Murderbot, right? Hang on one second. What's the show they watch on Murderbot? Let's see if I can find a clip of that. Murderbot. In series TV show. Was it the Rise and Fall? Yeah, was it the Rise and Fall? Murderbot. The Rise and Fall of something or other, something Moon. But they actually have a really good cast in it. See if I can find a clip from that. I love Murderbot. Oh, here it is. Rise and Fall of Sanctuary Moon. So if you don't know Murderbot, I'm saying I'm really, really enjoying it. It's a new show with Alexander Skarsgård playing this robot that's hacked. Oh, really? Won't let me download it? There we go. Let's try this. The robot that's hacked its own control unit. So it's like free, but if it does anything out of the ordinary, they're going to melt it down. So it has to always obey commands. But what it basically does, it thinks about how much it hates the humans it's working for and how much he wants them to die while he's watching Netflix, right? And this is the show he watches on Netflix constantly. The Rise and Fall of Sanctuary Moon opening title sequence.
There's a place beyond the wormhole, a place that only lovers know. The brave, the hopeful, the lost, the true. Maybe me and you.
Like, that guy is only in parodies nowadays. I don't see him in anything not a parody.
Won't you come with these?
I know I recognize him. I can't remember who he is.
Fools and dreamers to the planet we call home.
I don't know her at all.
We hope we'll see you soon on Sanctuary Moon.
Yeah, so I'm enjoying that. I am enjoying that. What Peter Capaldi was fiddling with. Oh, there you go. It's wedding ring. Very nice. Still working on the parody at the speed of 3 Peter Davisons per hour. Well, there you go. Peter Davison is well known for going like the clappers. They say that quite widely, and also wildly. It's been putting on weird imagery before the children's eyes for a while, since 1980. Foremost and gosh awful, a lot of aliens with mid-aged men torso squatting on camera. Well, that is true. New TARDIS looks like a South Park version. It does, doesn't it? Like, it really genuinely does, and not in a good way. Anyway, let's look at these rumors about David Tennant coming back. I mean, I guess that's what they're trying to sell. Because they ain't got anything else, have they? Man. Oh, Cross got one and say, then Cross got one. Thank you for joining us. Here we go. Let's turn that off. Bit of share screen action. Here we go. If you really want to know, look in the mirror. That was a long time ago, that campaign. Who wrote this? Okay, this isn't the normal, very reliable guy. Right? Doctor Who Legends, Billy Piper and David Tennant set to reunite for a special anniversary episode. What anniversary they got coming up? Well, okay, let's see what they're going to say. Just days after it was revealed that Billy Piper was returning to Doctor Who, replacing Judy Gatwa as the Doctor, another legendary name has been tipped to make a comeback. I think this is bullshit. Right? I think, the best case scenario, this is a bullshit rumor put out by the production team to make it seem like they weren't completely on their ass, right? And they are completely on their ass, right? Doctor Who fans maybe in for another huge surprise, as another fan favorite is rumored to be in talks to return to the series for a one-off episode. Fuck off, David Tennant. Like, I'm sorry, mate. I liked you, but like your relentless moronic politics, I can't do anything with it, mate. I'm like done with you. Like, you burnt your own legacy as Doctor Who. I never watch any of your old episodes anymore. I'm sorry. In fact, frankly, I hardly watch New Who at all. I've watched. If I watch New Who, it'll be probably a Matt Smith or Capaldi, but most probably Matt Smith. But like the whole legacy of New Who has been so tainted for this last 8 years. I mean, really, really, really has. Oh, and we was all so excited when Rusty Day was going back. Boy, did that turn out to be a poison chalice, right? That turned out not to be the thing that worked. So what are they going? Maybe he's in talks. Fans still recovering Billy Piper's return. Nobody cared. Right? No one cared. And now the show's legend, David Tennant, has been tipped to reunite with her on screen for one last hurrah. Another last hurrah. Fuck off. Fuck off with your last hurrahs. I can go to Big Finish. Leave us alone. Apparently, Georgia Tennant talks about it as well. Let's look at that in a second. I mean, look, don't be wrong. I'm looking forward to it coming back with Crystal Eccleston. I really am. But I don't know. The pair recently reunited for a BBC special, Doctor Who Unleashed 20 Years in Wales, where they reflect on their time together. And in a sneak preview, Billy and David gushed over how much fun they had on set. Now it looks like they could be having even more fun by reuniting for an anniversary special. For what year? This year is the 62nd anniversary. So 63rd, I guess. I mean, it seems possible that this is what they're trying to put together. Whether they can get somebody to a budget for it is the question. I hate to tell you. Sorry. You can get a budget for it, which I don't think they can. Well, maybe I'm wrong. Look, honestly, I never thought David Tennant would be coming back. I mean, or Rusty Davis. Who knows? Where did I skip to? Hang on. So the BBC bought Doctor Who back in 2005, and there is talk about a possible one-off project to celebrate the 20th anniversary where David and Billy were a hugely popular team. Well, that's now. Right? That's now. Okay, here's about the bunch. He bought the golden age of Doctor Who and also saw it out again, didn't you? I mean, that didn't just say it, I just stomped on its corpse. With the anniversary reboot this year, there were some ideas floated about the idea of maybe bringing David and Billy back together for one last hurrah. It's not the first time they were making a shock return. November 2020. Yeah, we had a 6th anniversary. Recently, Billy. Okay, do we have anything to support this? Had replaced Judy Gatwa as the Doctor. Well, not really. Actually, went to a lot of lengths not to say she wasn't the Doctor. Right. Speaking about return, it's no secret how much I love the show. This sounds like bullshit to me, right? So I love the show, and I've always said I would love to return to the universe, as I have some of my best memories there. So to be given the opportunity to step back onto the TARDIS just one more time, something I couldn't refuse. In a statement released by the BBC, Judy Gatwa said, "You know, when you get cast, at some point you're going to blah blah blah, go away." Where do they get this from? Honestly, where on earth did they get this from? I don't know. I loved every minute of it. Everyone has played the part. Oh, go away. But here's this. What's Georgia Tennant got to say about this? I mean, like, really? I can't believe I'm asking, what does Georgia Tennant have to say about anything? But there's a couple of stories here. David Tennant's wife breaks silence. And what's this from? It's from a week ago. What did she say? Right? That's all I want to know. What did she say? Billy Piper holding a rose. Dr. Georgia 40. She looks old and bloody 40, let me tell you. Who played the blah, blah, blah. Here we go. Oh, yes. Followed by a stunning snap of Billy holding a rose hashtag. Oh, fine. Really? That's her Instagram post? Give the fuck what she has to say about anything. Hey, my kid's trans. No, that kid just has a bad parent. Doctor Who fans spot huge clue that Billy Piper would return to the iconic BBC show after Star drops hint. Well, what's the hint? Eagle Eye viewers, Destin returns to the show, dramatically revealed there's a new Doctor last night. Whovians across the country sent to a frenzy. No, we all hated it, right? Billy 40 says they couldn't refuse, blah, blah, blah. And Chris Eccles said, I think the new Doctor should be, but this was from years ago. This was from like 4 years ago. How is that a clue she's coming back? I don't know. It just sounds like bollocks to me, mate. Honestly, just sound like bollocks. What's the song going to say? Just like old Time Lords, iconic pair set to essential reunite for a huge special after Gatwa flop. The Sun revealed last month that Gatwa is leaving the TARDIS. Okay, well done. So does this have any more detail? The cameraman did. Anniversary reboot this year. It sounds like bollocks to me. It sounds like, I mean, like, theoretically they could team up because they're both the Doctor, right? They're both in universe. Yeah, I mean, theoretically they could do that, right? I don't know. Anyway, I was saying the easiest way for let me see, I'll pull up Big Finish. The easiest way for them to get Doctor Who on screen in a economical way is to use AI to animate stories that they already have. And I get the ones I would choose. Well, the first one I would choose is what's it called again? Damaged Goods, because that works as a good Christmas story. All right. Doink. Man, it's charging $70.50. That's too expensive for this. This should be $3.99. Their pricing is just ridiculous. Right? But it's a pretty darn good story. Oh, do they have a video of it? No, they're just talking about it, right? But it's one that could be animated relatively easily as a Christmas special, right? And it could be animated photorealistically. I mean, again, more Google VO here. I'll pull it up for you. This thing is off the charts.
City of Troy, they've just claimed.
And here's how you can get a free VPN on Google Chrome.
1 second. Yeah, this is
Do you think we're real?
No. We're just a prompt.
Whoever wrote this prompt is an idiot. I'm somebody's grandma, not Mission Impossible.
So they could totally.
So make sure to hit the like button, subscribe.
They could totally make Doctor Who that way. And also, look, I mean, they also got the what's he called again? Dino Puff, is it? Let me see if I can find him. Who's been animating Big Finish stuff in an incredible, I think incredible way. Dino Puff, Dino Puff. Let me see if I can get his channel. There we go, doink. Future of the Daleks, right here. 1 second. Now, I do know Stephen Noonan's seen this, and he thinks it's fantastic, and he's absolutely right? He is absolutely correct. Nothing's downloading properly. There we go. Doink. There you go. But again, this is something that they don't need a. They could have a whole special for $10,000. All right, I mean, less than that. It's basically just paying him. And I think this will be an awesome animated special.
I don't know if it was a Dalek machine or just something they had found lying around and got working. And it would have been destroyed when their time machine blew up, so maybe they don't have another one.
The time machine they used to follow us. It must be somewhere on this moon.
Yeah, okay, this was a particularly good story where essentially the replicant doctor that that the Daleks made in the chase was what's it refined by format? That was it. Oldest first. The replicant doctor made in the chase survived and went on to have this incredible adventure, right?
We could sneak inside it and find out what they're up to.
Sounds dangerous. There's probably still some Daleks inside.
But they would be no match for us, If I pretended that my programming had reactivated with you as my prisoner.
I don't.
Yeah, some people don't like Stephen Noonan's take on the Doctor. I really like. I mean, him with Dodo are just fantastic. Anyway, look, they could get a full season really easily with these ones. These Paul McGann season. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 8 episodes, animated to that quality. It's a no-brainer, right? I think I all done with Google AI, right? It's a no-brainer that it will be something that people would want to see, right? It's it will probably do well. Here's another one from with McGann, Minuet in Hell. You know, this one download. There you go, doink. But again, look, I mean, maybe this is the sort of thing I can see some fan doing, and the BBC seeing it, and somebody being in the right
Doctor.
And what is? And somebody being in the right position at the right time at the BBC to green like this. Again, the way to go is do a Christmas special. You can do Chimes of Midnight, right? And just people would like to see it. It's the bottom line. I think this will get a normie audience.
The Doctor, can you tell me that? A bicardial biped of Gallifrey, a spatio-temporal rolling stone who's had more faces than a dog has had fleas. A wide-eyed idealist who renounced his Time Lord heritage centuries ago out of some misplaced revolutionary fervour and has never since had the maturity.
Wait, how do you know that, Gideon? I've never told that to anybody.
Charlie, Sam, Ace, Evelyn, Nissa, Romana, Sarah Jane, Jamie, Polly, Ian, Barbara, and Susan. Dear Susan.
How? Yeah, this genuinely carries drama and entertainment with it, right? But again, this is why I think fan-made Doctor Who is going to be the future. because it's so much easier now. And again, could you imagine if they could make this photorealistic?
How do you know all this? I know everything there is to know about these matters. Haven't you worked it out yet? You aren't the doctor, my poor, mad, confused friend. No. I am.
Yeah, and it's there waiting for them. And if you want, again, you want it to be photorealistic. This is mid-journey Doctor Who. He's been doing some renderings of Charlie Pollard, right? I tried to get him to do the Minuet in Hell costume, which is like a boob tube and stocking suspenders, spiky heels. But yeah, look, I mean, I think it could be done. I think it could genuinely be done. The chase through time. Oh, gorgeous stuff. I really got to look into how to do this because, like, it can't be it can't be that hard. Here's I've shown this before, but again, this is why I think that fan-made Doctor Who is the future.
Battle from above the sky. See visitors from the stars. All action adventure. Thrilling, astounding, startling.
Sunday for 7 days. Sounds suitably tawdry and unrealistic. If we could find an usherette in the gloomness, I'd buy you a strawberry movie.
I thought the pictures meant a sort of art gallery.
Not exactly, but it is an entertainment of sorts.
And again, this isn't done using the latest technology, right? I can't wait to see. Is it available on YouTube, Michael Hallett? Right, and it's look at his celestial toy maker. Oh God, it's gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, this guy's just a massive talent. And I remember back in the Capaldi days, they used a fan's, what's it? Fan Doctor Who opening, and they what was it? Opening 12th Doctor, maybe. I'm just so impressed that they had the good sense to do that. Is this the one? No, this isn't the original fan one. Is this it? No, anything put out by the B. I can't remember. Again, it was a fan made his own title sequence. Oh, here it is. Is this it? And then he got hired by the BBC to do it.
And this cinema must have been shot for years.
A boarded-up picture house doesn't prove this is Earth.
And I'm sorry, I cannot believe that the BBC, with all their resources, can't do something that you can't tell isn't real at this point. I think the entire landscape of television is going to change completely. Absolutely, completely, and entertainment. You can make when anybody can make a movie with a AI subscription, it's over. Then it's just storytelling and talent. And that's the only thing that matters.
You know, I'm not sure coming here was such a good idea.
Yeah. So again, I do see this as the way of the future. I genuinely do, because the present isn't that good. Let's be fair. Oh, this has just been announced from Big Finish. Now, I haven't. Again, I found like the latest season to be a bit of drag on me, so you know, I still got the last Colin Baker release to listen to, which I haven't listened to, and the Stephen Noonan First Doctor Chronicles one to listen to. But this looks actually quite. Listen, if you get Perry as a sexy pirate, why are her boobs so small? Excuse me? What the hell? 1 second. I'm going to try and fix this with open art. Okay, with AI. Let me see if I can do this. Open art. Edit. Like, yeah. I'll actually show you what I'm doing as I'm doing it. Here we go. Here. And we'll put a prompt. Make breasts Much larger. I mean, I'm reasonably offended by this. I'll just do 2 so it comes out. Okay. Let's see what happens. Like really? Why would you do this to Perry? Yes, thank you. Fixed it. Oh, which one to go for? I'm not really sure. Oh, big finish. Like, why is a male gaze something that scares you so much? Oh, not the male gaze. No. The male gaze, oh, they like a bit of that. Male gaze, not so much. Not so much. I just don't get it. Right? I do not get it. Here, 1 sec. Let me pull this up. Doink. Doink, doink, doink. Okay, here. Let me share screen. We want to stop screen. Share screen. So that's the cover. And again, Perry as a sexy pirate, I'm on board. Yes, but that's not a sexy pirate, okay? Help you out. And I'm sorry to have to point this out, but like, really? You're giving a flat-chested Perry? Really? You think that's a good idea? I don't think it's a good idea. I don't think it's a good idea. But you're welcome. I fixed it for you. Didn't realize you were late. How many marriages was the start of those words? Okay, so just so you know, my summer schedule for the next few months is going to be, it will be Fridays at 3 o'clock UK time and Saturdays at 7 o'clock. Right? Yeah. So we're moving things around. Darren Amber's pointing out. So let's see what this is about. An adventure in the high seas and a public school mystery. Oh God! Now I'm like imagining Perry dressed as a sexy pirate being caned. Oh God! Oh, that works for me. Bad Terms due release in 2025. So who's writing it? Nev Fountain and Nina Mullins. What's she done? I'm always scared when I see a new name, especially a female. Oh, fuck me. That is not a good pedigree, is it? She's done the 8th of March, which are, generally speaking, shit. And this. That's not a good sign. So where we're up to? Sixth Doctor and Companion Perry continue their travels. Commencing on 2 90-minute full-cast audio adventures. The first story takes to the Irish Sea in the 18th century, where the pirate queen Saros O'Grady is in conflict with an English naval officer, Sir Kenneth Rushworth. Okay, Gareth. Oh, that Gareth Labour. Oh, yeah, it is. You just wouldn't recognize him 15 years later. £25. No, 20 for download. Okay, Saros O'Grady, the Irish Sea. Queen of the Irish Sea teams up with the brave Captain Perry for her lovely second man, Doctor. Fuck me. This sounds all to fight for justice for her people and her homeland. Na 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 na. Hey. Goodbye. That's a strong no. But English so Kevin Rushworth doesn't just have the law on his side. He has allies not from Earth, allies that have been very particular interested in Saris. Okay, Nev Fountain is a good writer. He's put out some good stuff. A new teacher, Dr. Preterius, and Professor Brown, biology. Oh, I love Perry to be my biology teacher. Please show me how that works. Find a lot to alarm them in one of the most menacing places they ever visit, a traditional English public school. Finding allies amongst the staff and the pupils. Can they survive the mystery of Malcolm, a boy whose connection to the Doctor is closer than the Time Lords could ever imagine? I don't know. Look, it's getting a strong drag factor from that first story. Frankly, that first story sounds like it's going to be a fucking disaster. I know. Well, they got something from Murderbot in it. and Bergerac. Jacqueline Rayner's a producer now. Jacqueline Rayner's talented, so maybe it's good. What else did she produce? I wondered. So I don't know. I think that's going to be a skip from me. When's it coming? August. Yeah, I think that's a no. Space Security's a fuck off. They've given away a free thing. I guess I might listen to the free thing. This I might well get. What's this? Time War Uncharted. Yeah, no, I'm kind of out of the. This is kind of like it just became a backwater story. Unit. So I love Battlefield, but this is so little interest to me. The Bambera unit. Let's listen to the trailer. Where is it? Doink.
From Big Finish Productions.
You just don't have the right to be surprised.
Surprised about what?
Nothing, Mum.
Glad to hear it. Because if it's surprises you're after, I've got a doozy.
Unit Brave New World. Fractures.
You must go easy on her. She is in love.
While it lasts. Once it's over, she'll be morose and combative and even harder to work with.
Who says it won't last?
I do.
Perhaps it will last.
I mean, like, this kind of it seems to be a bit dull to me. You know what? This is what they should have done. If they're really going to like launch the Bambera unit, she's not really strong enough on her own. What they should have done is have a story with the Seventh Doctor or another Doctor when you get reintroduced to them, right? And you get this. It's not really doing much for me. Like I'm not like, oh yeah, I got to check this out.
For her.
Tread carefully, Sergeant. Anybody have any theories or suggestions? Rick, say something!
It's a giant monster, ma'am.
I noticed!
I may need a minute to process things. Sorry, ma'am.
I mean, truth is, I think she'll be far better than, what's her name? Leading unit. Vanessa Redgrave, right? She just bores the hell out of me. I mean, at least she's got some authority behind her.
I think I'm in shock.
I'm going in.
You know how in old cartoons, the funny animals, they can make the holes in the thin air?
Yeah?
This thing can't do.
For the benefit of the record, I am Brigadier Winifred Bambera, Chief Commander, Unit UK, here to oversee the debrief of Operation Neighbour at the request of...
Yeah, no, this to make this to work, you really need a Doctor with it. Again, I say Stephen Noonan for freaking everything. I love Stephen Noonan. I think his Doctor's great.
Unit HQ, Geneva. In attendance is...
Lieutenant Tomasz Zbigniew, Commanding Officer, Operation Neighbour.
Specialist Jane Rowe, Field Operative for the Outhouse.
It's been a long time since Big Finish can put out something essentially original. You go, yeah, I'll give that a go.
Some wars are fiercer than others. I heard about Madrid.
We saved the world. That's all that matters.
Still, my condolences.
Big Finish, for the love of story.
Yeah, I think you need a Doctor to introduce that. And basically, you probably need a Doctor of the box there. Then next month, Big Finish jumps the shark once again. Let's look at there's Jodie audios, and it blows my mind. Right? It blows my mind how, like, hey, you know that thing that completely failed? Right? Oh, it didn't completely fail. Shooty Gut completely failed. But, like, this certainly teed it up. Anyway, so we got a trailer for it. Oh, my God. God help us.
Doctor! Yes! What are you doing here? Why'd you have chickens? You said...
Okay, let me ask you a question. Whenever you hear a trailer with one of the classic Doctors, you have to go about a minute before you hear a Doctor. Now you hear Jodie Whittaker and Mandip Gill straight in, which is what the people buying this want. I'd love to see their sales figures. And I am convinced to keep their license, they had to do these.
Doctor! Yes! What are you doing here? Why'd you have chickens? You said it was a hen do.
Oh, God.
So let's get this party started.
Oh God! Every moment is agony. Why would you? This is like. Did you watch Andor? I really love Andor, but there's this torture they put it about where the Empire slaughtered these animals and they made this awful scream, and they've located the worst part, which was children being slaughtered, and then they play it like into somebody's brain.
From Big Finish Productions,
Absolute shit. From Big Finish Productions, receivership.
The 13th Doctor Adventures, Vampire Weekend.
Have you ever met somebody who turns up in a place and then everything goes bananas and everyone starts screaming?
No, not really.
Not sure I have, no.
Right. Well, you have now. Fancy an egg?
Your friend
God, I hated her doctor.
is weird.
Weird, self-obsessed, useless, thinks she's wonderful.
Yeah. I won't get in the way, I promise.
You got in the way, darling. You literally destroyed the show.
We discussed this when...
You destroyed it so much they brought Rusty Davis back, and he destroyed the show. He just broke its back.
I got the invite. It's a big day for my mate Gina. I can't have trouble. Trouble? Help! There's something here. What is it?
Smells awful.
I mean, again, you can't really get beyond the Jodie Whittaker performance, which derails everything, right? And it really does derail everything. But I wonder if this is going to be written better. I really don't know, right? But again, can it be written better? There's the other. I just don't know.
What is that? Oh no. Is that? It's not as bad as you think. Which means...
I mean, like, honestly, if you gave her one of the best scripts in the world to do, she'll fuck it up.
It's 10 times worse. This time's different. Why? This time I have you.
Oh, God. Who is nostalgic for this? I honestly think it's like the crazy internet Jodie fans who just want to prove that she's beloved. She's not. Everybody hated her. She was useless as a doctor. It was a failed experiment, same as Shudigatwa.
Get back! Don't worry, Yaz. This showdown's been a long time coming. From Macedonia to Pluto to...
Big Finish, for the love of stories.
For the love of God, mate. For the love of God.
This weekend's going to be a nightmare.
Oh. Yeah, next month is not a good month. So you got this. Fuck me. And this is really expensive, $27. And look, I like Kate Orban a lot. I think she's a fantastic writer. But these things are just too long to listen to. I never finished listening to the last one she did. How long is it? 360 minutes. That's a long time. 6, 12, 18, 24. That's 6 hours. It's a 6-hour commitment. I would read a book. Not that. And then you got The Fugitive Doctor. Like, really? Come one, come all. Written by Tajina Singh Haya, Aaron Douglas, and Tim Foley. So, okay, it's nothing I would possibly in a million years be interested in. Anybody done these before? She's done a unit audio. And the robots were shit. These things are so overpriced. They genuinely are overpriced. Oh, and then they got this series, and I wish I could be more on board for it. But boy, do I hate the cover. And I know it's very 80s Sarah Jane Smith and Sullivan, and it's just like if I think it was a show in the 80s, I wouldn't be that interested. Oh look, Annette Badland's in it. She's in everything. Yeah, who's writing this? Tim Foley, Roland Moore, Simon Gurria. I mean, they are strong writers. But I mean, look, honestly, you'll do yourself better picking up this or you get how many episodes of this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you get 9 discs for coming up to $37, $38. That's way better. That is genuinely way, and also got Liz Slade in it. But yeah, this looks just really disappointing. I'm not a fan of this cover at all. Let's see what it is backstage. And I think, was it Doctor Who Magazine did a photo shoot with her, right? And Gallifrey, look, I do like Eric Roberts, but I hate this Gallifrey shit, right? I do like his TARDIS in the background, that TARDIS console. That's pretty darn cool. And again, I like Eric Roberts' Master, but no, man, this month. The only thing of merit I would say there is the Mirror Matter, and the John Culture reading is going to be a delight, but I just can't do 6 hours. Really? So July's a bust. Was it the 6 Doctors of the bust? Well, it doesn't have a bust. That's my problem. Then you got the Death and Life River song, and I'm out of that. Okay, this I'm gonna get. That good. But like, what's up with this? They're reviving Sky. Like, it lasted for how long? Half a series. And here's the thing, they actually already done this. And they've done this actually quite well. Third Doctor Adventures. It will go back a bit. Yeah, this one. Kaleidoscope, which is essentially Sky. And this was really good. Right? Yeah, I really enjoyed this release. Alan Barnes is a solid writer. He knows what he's doing. But like, really? Like, this is, how long is this? $27 for no, there's no way. No, I mean, like, maybe it's good, but no way I'm gonna get it. Okay, so I'll get the Ninth Doctor, and who's writing that one? Because again, I love Billy Piper. I love Chris Eccleston. Why wouldn't I? It's so dumb. And this one looks good as well, I have to say. So this is David Bradley, but they're doing him much more like the Peter Cushing Doctor, right? Like Knights of the Round Table. I rather they did an adaptation of The Chase. How long is it? How many discs? 2 discs. I reckon this will be fun. That sounds fun. Jodie, fuck off. Alexion, like this was like something they had an idea on the back of a fag packet at some point or something, isn't it? Call me Master. Do you reckon there's going to be any more? I don't know. Maybe there will. You never know. So it says, checking into a luxury health spa for the rest and recreation. Dr. Ace find themselves at the mercy of a malign entity that craves conquered time and space, exploiting memories, regrets. The Queen of the Hive, which hides behind polished walls of the spa, forces them to confront their deepest fears as she stills the Doctor's life force to spread her powers across the universe. Backstage, who is it? The story of Lexington came out of a conversation with Andrew Cartmel, supported by John Nathan Turner, the first producer to offer me a television commission. Up until that point, I've written something. Oh, so okay, fine. So this actually was commissioned. Oh, look what's going on, Cecile there. Bit of nice bice beard going on. I can vividly remember those cramped rooms in the drab office block in Shepherd's Bush Green, which became an oasis of creativity, seething with ideas in the company of John Nathan, I guess, Andrew Ben Horowitz, Ian Briggs, Graham Curry, Rona Monroe. Yeah, they really did build up a great slate in those days. They absolutely really did. To imagination. We dance through space and time, spinning strange and wonderful tales. In my view, one of the greatest ever Doctor-partner pairings. I think you're right, actually. I do agree with you. The cancellation of the series put an end to my commission, but the story was always hovered around the corners of my imagination. Between then and now, I've mostly written grounded, realistic dramas, medical series to art house cinema. Being able to launch my creative molecules into the stratosphere. It might be. It depends. Okay, I might be talked into this. It depends on. I listen to the trailers. This one I might actually be talked into. Is there another one of these planned? Let me see if they've got after this. Nope. No, but maybe they will be. I don't know. They did say that the Doctor Who one was the best-selling thing they had that year, but I think that was in January. The New Adventures of Bernie Summerfield, the Dalek Entity. What's this one? James Goffin, a new Dalek master and threatens the galaxy. A deadly alliance is building. Can Bernie save it? Anybody? Any idea of the cast? This one, you got more of a chance of me buying it than that last one. And I really wasn't with Bernie still since the beginning. But I don't know. Look, the quality generally is just so poor. And look, you got this shit. Who wants it? I genuinely believe that the dire performance of the current show, of the show of the last 8 years, what's it? Sherlock Holmes on Toad. That's something new. Okay, what they got coming out? They got 4 episodes of Sherlock Holmes Untold. Who's right? Jonathan Barnes. Well, that's interesting. They don't even have a price on it. What is this? England 1913, the horizon is darkening. The prospect of war when Dr. John Ronson confronts embattled Prime Minister Jasper Cranfield with evidence of crime that's been spread over decades. A sequel of interconnected mysteries from the fate of a music hall murderer to a man driven mad by a worm unknown to science, to a bizarre, sinister society which meets in a furniture warehouse. These cases hint at something larger. What is the purpose of the enigmatic organization that calls itself the Lighthouse? How much of the Prime Minister is Sherlock Holmes truly retired? Further story details to continue. I don't know. But they don't even have cost of this up. And why we're releasing a separate release is all in the same month. Why not do a box set? The Book of Jubilee and the Crimes of Midnight. Now that would actually be a again, you animate that, it would be the talk of the town. People would actually like it. Normies would like it. And so now there's more of these things. 5, 6. I'm really here. What the hell is this? And there's literally no news about it. Oh, here, over here. What is going on with this? Nicholas, okay, Richard Earl, by the way, is a fantastic Watson. And this range, if you like Sherlock Holmes, is excellent. As announced at the annual general meeting of the Sherlock Holmes Society of London, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's genius detective will unravel a challenging mystery and face fierce errors in Sherlock Holmes Untold. This brand new story stars Nicholas Briggs and Richard Earl as Watson, Timothy Beckton as Mycroft, and Jonathan Banks as Colonel Sebastian Moran. Oh, okay, I see. I like them bringing back classic villains. Okay. And Chris Onoda, the Prime Minister. Fun. Story begins in 1913. When Watson visits a warm crown full of grey matter and blah, 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 blah. Cases. This leads Watson to recall cases from the career of his close friend, cases taken in reference. So how many of these are there? Following each episode, there will be an after-show discussion and a podcast. Okay, I'm impressed with this, right? Is a serialized audio drama that comprises of 8 half-hour episodes weekly as downloads beginning in October. I'm on board. Love it. Love it. This is a great idea. This is a really good idea. They should totally do this, right? They should absolutely totally. I'm looking forward to this. And again, I like they're trying something new. That doesn't sound like unlistenable shit. Oh, I will check that out. And I'm bummed this got moved to over here. I do like this. War Doctor Rises. We have to see what they're doing. Do they have any idea what they're doing with that? I don't know. Like, where's Big Finish going to be a year from now? Will it be much popular? Much more popular? It all really depends on where Doctor Who's going to be a year from now. Like, who knows? And it probably in the shit. Okay, my God, I'm nearly gone for 2 hours. I didn't even get to one thing that I was going to go over. Okay, I didn't get to one thing. So tomorrow night, then, tomorrow afternoon, I should say. Let's get rid of these things. Sky, really? That's just bizarre. Why would you do that? New Doctor Who rumors have found some what shows out of ideas. Well, we are worried. The Billy Piper Schrodinger's cat regenerations. A small town Doctor Who seems to how much should he get with Love's Road? Well, that was a problem. That didn't help, but that made it worse. Doctor Who's finale infuriating fans. The next years will fix everything. I don't know what you're smoking, mate, but share it. Billy Piper's Doctor Who return is reportedly paving the way for another Tennant comeback. Again, it will make sense if she's a Doctor, even though they're not saying she's a Doctor. Then he's around as a Doctor. Fuck off. I laugh at how they screwed that up is beyond me. Well, it's not beyond me. It's how they did this original. Thunderbolt star White Russell's nice political motives behind casting White Man is USA. Oh, I don't know. It's Marvel's not doing well. Let's be fair. It's not doing well. So quick. Any new headlines here? Brown and Safran confirmed script writers pitch IP projects to use as IP as a skin suit for their own story. Well, yeah. Yeah, we know that. Truth, Justice, American Way with the Human Way. That was a mistake. Fine, nothing major happening there. Sadie Sink rumored as a Gwen Stacy variant in Spider-Man 4. Okay. Bad idea. So Camry Havel starts filming at Highlander in September. There can be only one more. Superman's giving Comic-Con goes an all-in with Peacemaker. I think that's a good idea because they're only going to get bad feedback, right? They're only going to get bad feedback at Comic-Con, whereas I think Peacemaker's going to go down pretty well, right? I think that might go down as well. And what's the other one? Bleeding Fall. Do we look at that? Let's have a quick look at Bleeding Fall. That's Bleeding Fall. There you go. Okay. Verifying. Okay, literally nothing there I have any interest in watching. What Neil Gaiman scandal? Producer claims Sandman show was always planned for only 2 seasons. Oh, would you shut up? I don't get it. Look, we don't all work in Hollywood, right? We don't all lie relentlessly. Massive job cuts, 100 loser jobs, the company cuts costs. Yeah. So good luck selling Doctor Who to them or anyone else, really, is all I can say. Good luck. Fine, with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to head off inside. Honestly, I felt like I'm on my opening ramble, right? I didn't feel I ever got into the show. I do apologize. Back tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, 5 p.m. tomorrow afternoon for you, 7 p.m. for me. Back tomorrow afternoon and for more cyber filth and frivolity. With that, I'm going to hit the end broadcast, but I'm going to hit it again. Say good night.